Okay. Hello, everyone. So, there we go. I had to find out where it was. So, I said I'd do this yesterday, and it came out today. So, we'll react to it now. But so I wanted to do quickly. So, just stuff quickly I want to talk about. So the My Singing Monsters update came out, and I think it was pretty cool, It was a pretty good update. But, unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the video on anniversary month. Mainly because it involves me spending money, because a lot of it's really hard to get. And I'm just poor. So, I'm joking, that's a joke. But, yeah, I don't really have a lot of money that I could use at the moment. So, yeah. So, if you are wanting a video from that, I do apologize. What is it as well? I am going back to school soon. I've been online for the past couple of weeks, or just a week, and then I'm a bit next week. But yeah, I've been online, and yeah, I've also got a big video planned. So yeah, just a lot of stuff, Let me put on the. Just need to do something real quick. Right. Righty-o. Should we get to... Oh, crap. I just realized I'm still on, I'm still on OBS. There we go. Right, then, should we get to it?
Welcome to the kill count, where we tally up the victims and all our favorite, well, I don't know, man. We are in uncharted territories here with the SAG strike. But hey, we're trying new shit, which is why we're looking at Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, a British YouTube series consisting of 6 episodes, most of them released from 2014 to 16. We've covered a couple web series before, like Crypt TV's Look-See and Sunny Family Cult, but those were both more or less straightforward horror stories, as weird as Look-See could get sometimes. Oh, and by the way, bitch, you never caught me! In contrast, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is its own fucking thing entirely. On the surface, it's a riff on kids' TV shows where each episode has a lesson, only they all end up getting dark and weird. With that premise, it'd be easy to have random humor. But Don't Hug Me...
I'm just saying, he's got a Tony the Clock thing. How amazing is that? And he's got I don't know if that's custom or not. I've never seen that. Or the pillow. I think I've seen the t-shirt around. But... yeah, oh my god, that's like... should probably turn that down. So... yeah. I'm just watching a replay, sorry. So, let's get to it, shall we?
Fucking thing entirely. On the surface, it's a riff on kids' TV shows where each episode has a lesson, only they all end up getting dark and weird. With that premise, it'd be easy to have random humor. But Don't Hug Me's weirdness is inspired, and the darkness has a point. The show doesn't give explicit answers for what it's about, but you'll get the gist of it at least, and diving deeper rewards you with a solid and ultimately satisfying story. At least that's how I felt after watching MatPat's film theory videos about it. He did a great 2-parter on the web series that shed light on what it means. Chelsea and I have always been fans of Don't Hug Me. We were quoting it back on our old show, Drunk Disney.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me.
It's just got so much thought and care put into it through and through. The production design is incredible, with everything handmade and bespoke for the show. That comes courtesy of creators Becky Sloan and Joseph Pelling, two Brits who just won a production design BAFTA for the follow-up Don't Hug Me TV series on the BBC, which I haven't had the chance to watch yet.
Once he makes a kill count now, I will watch that, mainly because that one's like, that obviously has higher production. Did they win an award? I did not know that. I have to make a post about it though. I did not know they won an award. Fair play to them though.
They met at Kingston University. Sloan was a fine arts student making big physical props, while Pelling was an animation student, alongside Baker Terry, who does most of the voice acting and who co-wrote all the episodes after the first one. Thanks to their combined expertises, Don't Hug Me has amazing practical puppet effects and various types of animation as the situation calls. Hell, it even winds up in a more traditional real-world setting. And throughout all the turns it takes, it delivers one seriously catchy song after another. The show has constant surprises, so I definitely recommend you take 33 minutes and watch the whole series before you watch this video. It's truly a work of art, a creative work of art. Let's see how many things die in it. The series begins with an episode released as Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 12 years ago, in summer 2011. We're in a prop-filled kitchen where three friends sit at a table: Red Guy, Yellow Guy, and Duck. They're good lads. A sketchbook flips open and starts singing at them about how to live deliciously or creatively. At first, the lesson's a hard sell for these guys.
I use my hair to express myself.
That sounds pretty boring.
I use my hair to express myself.
But they keep at it, and soon they're seeing clouds of past kill counts, like Cujo, frogs, and, Scream 6, maybe? Unfortunately for Yellow Guy,
I just want to say how happy I am this is actually happening. Like, I've always loved Dead Meat, right? Always loved it. Like, I've always seen the show. I've been watching it for years. I'm 13, so it says a lot. But, I've been watching this for ages. And the fact that he's doing one on Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is like, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
the most childlike of the gang, he seems to be doing creative things all wrong.
Green is not a creative color.
It's only the first sign something's amiss. The second is when they flip into toon mode and reveal a film set behind them, ushering in a montage of madness that sees a glitter heart and the longest mullet I've ever seen on Yellow Guy, looking like Marge Simpson with her hair down. This experimental jazz-infused acid trip ends with the sketchpad all creatived out.
Now let's all agree to never be creative again.
And you know what? Fuck it. Let's put Sketchpad on the count. The rules for this one are that there are no rules. I mean, the little lady said she was donezo, then flopped back and folded. Toss her in the recycling bin. So yeah, that was the first episode. Pretty weird. We had a sketchbook, voiced by co-creator Becky Sloan, teaching that creativity can be done a right and a wrong way. Not the usual message for kids. And damn did my blood run cold when she calmly clapped back at Red Guy.
I use my hair to express myself.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
The short was made by Sloan and Pelling under their artist collective, This Is It. There's a video by them on their channel predating Don't Hug Me called Bad Things That Could Happen. It features a lot of the same kind of practical puppetry depicting dark situations with a wry sense of humor. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, retroactively called Creativity, became popular online, so they pursued their original idea of making it a series. The second episode was supported by Random Acts, a public arts fund by the UK's Channel 4. Sloan and Pelling turned down offers
I
of
forgot Channel 4, the second one. That's probably what inspired them to make like a new show. So yeah.
more money from bigger companies so they could keep making the show exactly the way they wanted to, which is awesome. Episode 2 came out 2.5 years later in January 2014. Now the bros are in the living room, apparently on the same day, June 19th. It's a whole fucking thing. Red Guy and Duck look more or less the same, but let me tell you, time and budget were good to Yellow Guy. Speaking of time, that's what this episode's all about.
There's always time for a song.
What? Who is that?
It's Tony the Talking Clock, voiced by Baker Terry, who also voices Duck and Yellow Guy, as well as a whole bunch of other characters who will talk and sing songs at us. Tony starts singing about time, and the lyrics quickly hint towards its decomposing qualities.
Scrub, scrub, scrub till the water's brown.
The seriousness of time's never-ending march moves Tony so much, he starts singing like a South Park character.
Let's go on a journey through all time.
He gives them a history lesson with a strange fixation on cobbles, and then things head out to the woods to get weirder. Tony starts being even meaner than that sketch pad, and we meet Yellow Guy's creepy-ass dad named Roy. Aw, wanna dip his little nose in some ranch and eat it up. Except, never mind. Not sure if that'd be ranch. Tony would rather talk about fishes and his stupid face than let Duck try to figure out the true nature of time.
Maybe time's just a construct of human perception, an illusion created by...
It's time to throw away all of those old, boring web browsers. With Opera GX, you can customize your browser.
Aw, you broke Yellow Guy. Damn it, Tony! Actually, he really broke him. He makes him and his friends age like they were put in a temporal microwave. It's honestly disturbing.
Make it stop! It's out of my hands, I'm only a clock. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be fine. But eventually everyone runs out of time.
Hell of a kids TV show these guys are running. When this second video also proved successful, a Kickstarter was launched to make a full series with the goal of raising about 100,000 quid. The campaign promised a show that would answer life's questions like, where do dogs live? And why is this pillowcase full of ham? I like that Sloan and Pelling lend their sense of humor to so much of what they do. To support the Kickstarter, they released 2 terrifying analog horror ransom videos.
If you're watching this, then we need your help.
Then on the Kickstarter's behind the scenes featurette, they included repetitive use of crafting B-roll that eventually gets painful, and more inaccurate descriptions of the show.
Don't Know Me I'm Scared is about 3 best friends who go on an adventure to find a magic pirate ship and save the day.
It even had sketches of and voice recording sessions for completely non-existent characters. I love it. The Kickstarter succeeded, and episode 3 was released 8 months later in October of 2014. The guys are in the great outdoors, and also possibly missing according to that sign. Maybe they're just trying to get away from all the weirdos in their house and enjoy this delicious chicken picnic. Duck's a little protective of that chicknick.
Pesky bee?
And sure, we'll add a cartoon butterfly to the kill count. Why the hell not? Yellow Guy's an empath, so he runs crying up a tree. He's found by Shrignold, another pesky bee.
A little baby pigeon.
Okay, I have some questions. Too late to ask them though, because this butterfly is already singing about love, the topic of episode 3. It's a nice, peaceful song that feels less menacing than the first 2. But don't worry, it'll get there soon enough, after things get animated in a psychedelic Summer of Love style. Yellow Guy learns about love from Shrignold and all his friends, including Cloudy? They love everything about Yellow Guy. His look, his voice, his touch.
Harder.
Yellow Guy's eager to love, but eventually gets a bit too Brick Tamlin about it.
I love this tree and I love this stick.
So how it's done.
They tell her, the Yeller feller, that he needs somebody to love, find, and it won't be his friends, since they're too busy eating bloody eggs and raw chicken that had flies on it. The talk of Yellow Guy's special one starts sounding religious and then outright culty when they reveal their idol Malcolm, the king of love. And they're gonna feed Malcolm the Yellow Guy? Oh, no, just gravel? Oh, well, that's not bad. The King's cult does involve a name change and some brain scrubbing though, so even with the promise of a special one, it's all too much for Yellow Guy. He snaps out of it and is found by his friends, who do love him after all.
We've brought you the last boiled egg to cheer you up.
But then history repeats itself when the egg hatches and Duck swats that larva to death.
Pesky bee?
This episode's credits featured King Malcolm getting the full Wicker Man treatment. No doubt the creators thought of that classic British horror film when they were writing this episode featuring a cult. Episode 4, which has always been my favorite, was released after a 5-month gap in spring of 2015. The boys are in what looks to be a game room, with lots of fun things to distract them from looking at that picture of Yellow Guy and his dad. Their game asks them a real brain buster, but instead of learning the answer from a globe, the analog world gets invaded by a computer. Stop all the downloading. This clever computer boy can tell them everything, except what they want to know. It knows all about numbers and oats, especially oats. Must have a fiber connection. This computer won't stand for younger models either. It's here to steamroll these consumers with a bunch of personal questions. And don't you dare try to interrupt.
Shut up!
Don't touch me!
What?
Turns out touching that board's the key to an existential meltdown, Red Guy. The characters glitch into the computer's digital home, a sometimes nauseating place.
Wow. Because of the computer.
The PC assures them they're still real, they're just controlling digital avatars. Good luck teaching them VR one day. Though they initially came here seeking specific knowledge, the guys are told that they can only do 3 things in this digital world. Look at various infographics, dress up in digital style, or go out digital dancing, which hey, it is fun. Still, 3 content streams doesn't seem like good business, especially when one of them runs out of content right away.
Wow, look, nothing.
The doom scrolling becomes too much for real-world Red Guy, who tries to control alt lead his way out of there, all while Roy creepily watches from the corner. What the fuck, Roy? Since when is this hereditary? Red Guy follows a cord coming out the back of the computer, and it leads him into a room that gives me nightmares. It's a lo-fi version of their show, and that puppeteer was not expecting him. It's enough to blow Red Guy's mind, which I'll count as a kill. I mean, the guy's head blew up. I gotta count it. Besides, counting him makes sense when the next episode starts and he's not there. Episode 5 came out after another 6 months in October of 2015. Duck and Yellow Guy are in their kitchen again, but it's way bigger and more stocked than it was in episode 1. Yellow Guy notices too.
Something's different.
Then again, he might just be talking about Red Guy's absence, which Duck notes as well when a picture on their fridge changes. That can't be good. Before they can ponder where their Trace Amigo is, their kitchen items break into an unsophisticated song.
Do 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 do. Lots of people get hungry.
Who's that on drums? Is that a bread boy?
I'm a bread boy.
Ha, I thought so. The can, the bread, and this big-ass steak mofo start jabbing forks at him and singing the praises of healthy foods. Well, healthy foods when they're Roy's brand. It's really hard to pick a favorite song in the series. I think my number 1 is still Computer, but let me tell you, this one's been sneaking up on me.
Do 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 do.
Doing healthy.
I especially like the funky keyboard that gets real low.
What's that? A tasty snack? You don't want to go and eat a snack like that.
And the steak and spinach can have my favorite voices from Terry and Sloan. The song and dance gets interrupted by a red phone ringing, and it ain't Khrushchev calling about the bomb. Duck answers it and starts waking up like he were in a Philip K. Duck story. It makes him uninterested in the menacing foods with their clumsy metaphors and their springy food irregular tetradecagon. The song takes it to the fridge, and it's enough to make Duck snap. He knocks over the camera and tries to escape the show, only to wind up captured and learning that the show must go on. The kitchen objects tell Yellow Guy to eschew the pie and white sauce, try this canned food. He won't know that it's his friend Duck being torn apart and eaten by a giant—
Oh my god. I was gonna say, like, imagine the costume design on this, though, you know, it's amazing.
can. Duck's been canned from the show and canned as food. Should that be in the microwave? When this latest song ends, it looks like Yellow Guy's been forced to eat Duck. Holy shit. Before the episode ends, the phone rings again, and the credits suggest it's the Red Guy calling his friends from his freedom outside of the show's studio. The grand finale took 8 months to arrive, dropping in 2016 on, naturally, June 19th. By now, Yellow Guy's all alone, crying about his friends.
Good night, guys. I miss you.
Wow, that is sad. He tries to sleep the sadness away, but his desk lamp won't let him be. It wants to sing about dreams, beginning the final nightmare for Yellow Guy. It's the worst song, intentionally, with Yellow Guy wailing while crude animation plays.
You could have a dream about riding a horse. No.
And Yellow Guy can't escape it, not even after he wakes up. As the lamp taunts him, he drowns in oil in his bed, and I'll add him to our weird-ass kill count. After that, the series shifts into widescreen with the real world. We're at work with the Red Guy, whose monotonous speech is revealed to be a staple of Red Guys everywhere.
Can you file these files, please?
In fact, Red Guy seems to be the most creative one of the bunch.
I am a file, and you put documents in me, and a file.
Red Guy's memorable monotone comes from co-creator Joe Pelling, who also voiced the clever smart computery guy. Red Guy's peers poo-poo his silly Billy thoughts without a ballyhoo among them. And when he tackles an open mic night with a rendition of the first episode's creative song, they damn near start a riot.
I don't like it. Really not good.
The only one who doesn't boo him is Roy, sitting in the back. That's when Red Guy starts seeing himself in a creative world again. Or actually, for the first time, if you agree with MatPat's theory that this real